Welcome back to my channel. My name is Deni. Excuse that I have a plain face and I'm a little nasally. I've seemed to gotten another sinus cold, so please excuse me if I sound kind of sick. I am, and that's why I don't have any makeup on, because I don't like to contaminate any of my cosmetics when I'm sick. So today I'm going to be talking to you about my January updates, what I've used up, and if I spent any money, because I know you guys already know I'm on a no buy, kind of like low buy, whatever you want to call it, because I do. So I wasn't specific in how I said this, but I am able to repurchase the replacement items. So like if I run out of something, I'm able to replace it. So I will let you know at the end if I in fact purchase anything at all. So okay, let's see, where do we start? We're gonna start with foundation. So for foundation, for the month of January, I used up my Revolution Makeup foundation stick, and it is not here because I've used it up. It was something that I was working on for a while and I ended up finishing it last month, so I don't have it. But then the next one that I started to play around with again was the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous, and this is in the shade 110. This is a creamy natural color, and this right here, I really use this when it's winter because it's when I'm the palest and it kind of works well when I'm pale. But other than that, it gets put aside. So I'm trying to work through it right now, and you can see where I have it like pressed down. I'm trying to actively use this up so that I can go ahead and put new things into rotation. So that's what I worked on for foundation. Now let's go on to some eyeshadows. So for eyeshadow, the first palette that I was working on was the Violet Voss Pro palette. This is the My Holy Grail. So I know many of you have seen this palette, probably got it in the boxy luxe. So this is what it looks like on the inside, and I was able to play with some of these shades while I was on vacation and do some really nice looks. I like this palette a whole lot. I thought it was going to be just another boring, same old thing, but it has really good eyeshadows, so I can't complain about that, and I really like it. So let's go ahead and talk about something that I mentioned that I would never purchase, and then I did. This guy right here, the Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette. First of all, it looks like it fell down the steps and got scrunched up, but that's not true. That's the packaging. And then the next thing that I didn't like about it was this stupid mirror in the middle. So this right here is the palette itself, and I ended up using some of this is a metal shimmery palette, so I got to use this in combination with the Holy Grail, and it really looked really nice to like pair those up together, because the shimmers in this remind me of the original Urban Decay formula, which they've moved from. Next palette that I did get to play with a whole lot was the Pizza palette. You probably saw this in one of my other videos. I actually will link that up in the where I have a tutorial that I did with this palette. So on the inside, it's a giant color wheel basically, and it has pizza themed topping shades, which is a very beautiful. I got to play with a lot of the shades. This is the all matte palette, and I thought that that was actually what set it apart. It's not all matte, sorry. There's 3 shimmers in this palette, but it's primarily matte, I should say. So I really did enjoy playing with this palette. It's just cute packaging. All right, then the next palette that I played around with was the Winky Luxe Kitten palette. Yeah, that's what it's called. I got this in a boxy charm, and at first I really didn't play with it because I didn't like the colors. I thought it was just like blah, boring. I don't know, you see what you're seeing, right? But then I said, you know what, let me give it a second chance. Let me actually use it for what it's for. This right here is like sort of like a transforming shade, which was like really nice once you layer it on top of something, and it just made the eye look real nice. So I was able to do a couple of eye looks, and they looked really nice using this palette. So I mean, it's not something that I'm gonna go and grab for first in my collection, but I did enjoy playing with it. Okay, let's transition over to some face palettes. So for face palettes, I always use the Tarte Clay Play, and this is like the original first one. I really love this palette. I love using this as a bronzer. I use it as transition. I love using just like simple browns to do like transition shades when I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, so I do use this a whole lot. I should actually give other things a chance to shine. Okay, and then the next face palette that I used is the Wander Beauty Wonderless Dusk Till Dawn palette. This is more of a blush and highlight. I liked this shade a whole lot because it was really soft, and it really, like, the blush was really soft. It looked nice. This one was a little punch darker than what I normally do, so I kind of had to mix these two. And this highlight is beautiful, but it is a little bit darker than my skin tone. I feel like this I can get away with in the summer, because right now I feel like it's just too yellow gold on me. Some highlighters that I ended up playing with were this one right here. This is the Moon Dust, and it's by Ciate London. I really like this. This, you could tell that I've been playing with it a whole lot. So this is that highlight, and I really like it. I've been using it, and then I always use my favorite highlighter of all, the Ofra Rodeo Drive. No, like, surprise there, because I love that thing. So I kind of never give it a break. And then I pulled out one of my Wet n Wild. This is the Illuminating palette in Catwalk Pink. This is like an oldie but goodie. And then I realized this is a little too pink for me at the moment. And since I'm already pink, because I've gotten to the pale, pasty, normal complexion that I am in the winter, that one was like sort of a bad choice for me at the moment, but I still used it. So for blush, I ended up using the Milani Dolce Pink, and I really like these baked bronzers. They're really nice, and it actually looks like the dome is getting dipped into. It doesn't look, it looks flat right here for some reason, so that means I've been using it quite a bit. And then I ended up also pulling out the Physicians Formula in the Happy Booster in Natural, and I realized this is kind of hard pan at this point. Like, I have ignored it so much that it's not even good anymore. So I think I'm gonna toss this out because I don't think it's safe. I would have to like take off the first layer and see, and it's a shame because I even have that's how long I haven't used it anyway, but at least I tried. So then another thing that I pulled out of my collection to start using was the Bare Minerals. This is the Matte and Glow Brilliant. It's just like a setting powder, and one of them is matte and one of them is glowing, and I really like the matte one to set my whole face. And I do like the shimmery one. I thought it was going to be like too shiny for my face, but it just gives, it gives you like a veil of like, it looks dewy, not like glittery, if that makes sense. So I ended up using that, and I pulled it out, and I think I'm going to continue playing with that one. So for lipsticks, I ended up using my Marc Jacobs mini collection. Now, I did swap one of the shades out because I didn't want to wear red. I wanted to wear some more like nude and pink shades. I'm just pulling out all 5 of these so that I can show you what they look like. I actually got to play with all 5 of these while I was away on vacation. I try to use one each day. We have this one right here that is the Infamous, so that's that one. And then we played with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is this one right here. And then we also used, oh, this one I really liked. It was really neutral. This is the Sonic Truth. That one I really liked. This one is J'adore. So this one's a little bit more brown. brown shade. And then this one right here, which is the last one, which is Current Mood. And this was the like more vampy of all of them. And that's that one, which I really enjoyed, but I think the one that I enjoyed the most was the very pale one. I don't know why. Then for another lipstick that I was playing around with last month was the Vasanti Matte Crush, and this one is still in the box, but I just put it in there because it has a sharpener. So this is what that looks like, and it's a crayon one, and this one was just so stunning. People were saying they really like this shade on me. I like it as well, so that was cool. And then I ended up playing around with this Anoya in Malbec, and I didn't realize that this was a gloss. I'm not even going to swatch this because it kind of grosses me out when I see gloss. So this is one that I'm going to chuck. I just don't have time for gloss. I don't like it. Then the last one that I used was the Afrique Matte Liquid Lipstick from Juvia's Place. So this is that guy right here. It's in its box as well. This one was in another one of my videos that people were saying, wow, like they really love the lipstick. It was so vibrant and red. That's this one right here. And actually, like it goes on in one, that's one actual swipe. So you get opacity in like one swipe. And then let's see what else. So for brows, I was playing around with a Revlon one, but I since finished it, and I started on this MAC brow pencil, which I still don't have a whole bunch of thoughts on. I don't like thin pencils like this. I just don't. And then for mascara, I was using the, what was I using? The Wander Beauty mascara, and then but that one I was transitioning from December to January, so I'm currently playing around with the CoverGirl Total Tease, and no thoughts on that just yet. I did get to use a lot of other facial products, but they are sample size, so you will see those at the end of my empties. And I also played around perfume wise. I used some of my AV Glamour, which I really like this scent. It's so pretty. And then I also was trying to work on finishing up this Sexy 212 by Carolina Herrera. It's been in my collection for quite a bit, so I have to just use as much as I can. So those were all the products that I was playing around with in that month, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue to rotate and start using other products that are not getting as much love, but these right here were just some. And so then for the purchases, the only purchase that I actually made was for a hair product, because since I went blonde, I needed a purple shampoo to help, you know, make my hair a little bit less damaged. So that one is from John Frieda, I think it is, and it was just a shampoo and conditioner. But otherwise, I made no purchases, zero purchases on makeup or skincare. I didn't even buy any like things to cleanse my face or brushes or any of that. So completely $0 spent in January, and I feel like that is a humongous achievement. I'm really excited, really like amped up to do some new things and use up as much as I can. I also have to get into a rotation of putting out more content. I know that I haven't been around as often, so bear with me. So if you made it this far, go ahead and leave me a wink emoji so that I know that you've been here. And if you haven't already, go ahead, give me that thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go ahead and check out my monthly mystery giveaways. You know, they're always rolling around in here. And become a member of my GonzFam, from my house to yours. Love ya.